to this century first R.J. Pickering award-winning performance. When we started this competition about 19 years or so ago, we never realized the extent that we would go with it. This year, we received over 100 manuscripts from such remote destinations as Israel, Turkey. We received one from South America and one from Czechoslovakia as well this year. Every year when we sit down to read these, it's always an interesting challenge to determine which of the shows will be a winner. And I do believe that the show that we've selected this year is one that you're going to find very, very entertaining. First of all, a couple of announcements. The fire marshal says that we have to tell you every time that if there's an emergency, you're supposed to exit through the doors. Probably the same ones you came in through, but they got signs above them that say exit, and there's one over here that says exit. If you can't read that well, you're probably not going to enjoy this show. I understand our author is here with us this evening, and we're real pleased to have him. There will be a short reception down at the lower level presented by our good friends from Hospice to honor the playwright, and we would sure appreciate your attendance down there. The cast will be down as well, and you can all tell them what a brilliant job they've done, because I know that they're going to have done a brilliant job by that time. Thank you. We have a couple of thank yous. Schemmels, who are very, very kind to us every year and help us with our sets, weren't mentioned in the program. We do want to mention them and thank them. We want to thank you for coming. The next community theater offering is in the middle of May, where Quilters is going to be the presentation. The Tibbet summer offerings are published and out. They're listed out in the back, and please avail yourself of that literature. The folks from Hospice are here with their stuff. Talk to them. They're wonderful people. They've been working with us on the Pickering Award show for several years now. Just in very brief before I leave, is that the last speech that I made relative to this Pickering thing, when my wife was still around, is I omitted to say this, and I caught it from her, and any of those of you who know Chris know that she has a way about this, so something I have to say is that, Bob, Chris, this one's for you. Thank you.
So, why did he change your name?
Oh, he thought the girls would think it was cute. He was right. Now I'm a cute cat with a cute name. Gets me a lot of petting.
They always ask me to sing.
Why's that?
Well, some pop star named Elvis.
Never heard of it. Was he any good?
I don't know. Had a couple of hits.
Like what?
One was about a hound dog.
No wonder I never heard of it. Speaking of hound dogs.
What do you two cats have?
2 salty dogs.
Bring us 2 kitty bears, please.
Shall we run a tab for you, Tabby? Get it? A tab for a Tabby? I hate certain cats.
Well, we made it, Elvis.
I'm coming. You know, I always knew I would pass the bar, but I don't see how in the world you ever did.
I'll tell you the truth. It's the first time I ever passed a bar in my life.
Now, tell me the truth. How did you pass?
I cheat.
No, Looney. The truth.
Hey, Dick, listen. I cheat.
You're impossible. And you're drunk.
Guess what I always wanted to be? A drunken lawyer. And it's not only possible, it's true.
I'll drink to that.
So what's new? You drink anything.
Yeah, but I can't compare to you. You're the legal spouse of the house. Come on, let's get serious for a minute here.
Elvis, I'll get serious tomorrow. Tonight's my night to howl.
No, listen to me.
Why? You never listen to me.
I do too. Well, most of the time. Except when you give me that back of the fence stuff.
Okay, speak.
The exam. How'd you do it?
I told you, but you don't listen to me. I cheat.
Oh. So, you got through by cheating. Now what are you gonna do?
What do you mean, now what am I gonna do?
Yeah, well, you can't go through life by cheating, and you're certainly not gonna catch mice for a living.
Not mice. Moles. That's why Phil bought me. If you can believe that, in this day and age, one can be purchased like in any other appliance or stove or possibly even a weed whacker. Phil didn't want a pet. He wanted me just so I could catch and eat the moles he had in his front yard. You ever heard anything so disgusting in your life?
As what? Being bought or eating moles?
Eating moles. He paid $100 for me. The others in the letter were only going for $75. Or at least he recognizes quality when he sees it.
All right. You're gonna catch moles for a living, huh?
I remember the first one I caught. I knew I was a hunter by nature, but I could never catch anything. I didn't know anything back then. I was just a kid. One night, this animal comes around the house, and I took after him like a cat on a hot tin rug. Away he went back around the corner. When I went around the corner house after him, there he was, waiting for me. Zap! See a scar right here between my eyes? It was a raccoon. You don't screw around with raccoons. Anyway, I learned to hide underneath the spruce trees and see what it was before I pounced. Did you ever get any pounce?
What do you mean, did I ever get any pounds?
Pounce. You know, it comes in a pasteboard can about this big. Bill uses it to trap me. Rattles it when he wants me in the house. But pretty good stuff, but it's just a lure. Anyway, here I am, crouched under the edge of this here spruce tree. It's cute as hell. And this little furry gray thing goes waddling by. It was a mole. And right behind it was a little miniature mole, that size of a fake mouse. No eyes, they knew I was there. I was too quick for him. I got that little one with my first shot.
You shot him?
No. My paw shot out and got him. He was just a little feller. Really wasn't too bad. In fact, kind of tasty. Not that I'd want to do that for a living, but I might just take the moling on the weekends. Let me tell you the best part. Later, old lady mole came back looking for her lost molito. I got her too. I waited for half the night for the old man to show, but he never did. Must have been a single parent family.
You are gonna catch moles for a living.
Hell no. That's why I went to law school.
What the heck are you talking about? You haven't even started looking for a job yet.
I know.
Well,
I'm thinking about going back to school.
back to school.
Yeah, doorknob school.
You can't turn doorknobs. You don't have an opposing thumb.
Yeah, boomer. But I gotta do something. I'm allowed to roam the entire house, but with restrictions. My bathroom is in the basement. Well, actually, it's not a real bathroom, but a box full of litter. It smells like the cheap perfume women used to smell nice and sweet and great to cuddle up against. Of course, this idiot would turn out to be a bachelor. But the reason I say it's not a real bathroom is because I still use my tongue to bathe. Gives me a nice feeling. Then there was the waterbed experience. When I was at the old house with the cheap $75 kittens, I used to cuddle up with them at night to stay warm. They were female, which is supposedly what made them warm, so say the older cats. Being young and naive, I never knew the advantages of sleeping next to females. Which brings up another subject that really irritates the hell out of me. He definitely told me I was to be tutored. Tutored. I'll never trust him again. Wasn't what I thought it would be. I did learn something. An old Tom at the vet told me there was something he did a couple of times that after he was tutored or whatever, all he had left was a memory. He told me all about it, of course, and I didn't know what he was talking about.
So what's that got to do with doorknob school?
The waterbed. Phil has a waterbed. He sleeps at the top, or from the, I should say from the top to the bottom. I take up so little space, I only weigh 8 pounds, you know. You'd think that I could sleep anywhere that he wasn't. Well, that's not the case. I get the foot of the bed. When I go to the top, I get this swinging of arms and hissing I used to get from my mother when I bit her tit. Wonder how old Mom's doing. She was a real lady. Had quintuplets. Very even-tempered, except when I made the aforementioned mistake of getting over-enthusiastic in my eating. That's another thing I don't like about his place. Eating from a dish, on the floor, like a dog. When I'm perfectly capable of getting on the table.
The waterbed.
Oh yeah, I'm getting there. Being a cat, I need more sleep than people. So while Phil was working at his stupid computer, I'd hit for the waterbed. Fun. Sometimes I'd tear around on it, making zigs and zags and sharp turns that he can't make because he hadn't any claws. Well, he locked me out of the bedroom. Oh, I could still go in at night, but not during the daytime. I've got to find myself a good doorknob school.
I thought you slept in a desk drawer.
Well, I used to. Slept in the top drawer of his desk like a $100 cat should. But he changed his mind. I was busy making organizational changes, and he became envious of the progress I was making in relocation. Things lay on the desk, serving absolutely no purpose where they lay, so I would move them to a better location. I think he got upset because I know more about office organization than he does. Well, I learned to turn doorknobs, open the refrigerator, turn on the water faucets. I'll be self-sustaining. When I find a good doorknob school, I won't need him around anymore.
I can see where you wouldn't have any problem catching moles anywhere.
Hey, I don't need a job. I've got an idea that'll make us both rich and famous beyond your wildest dreams.
You're drunk.
Yeah, but I know what I'm talking about.
Well, I sure as heck don't.
Listen, you know as well as I do, there's money to be made in law. Or you can do a lot of work being a gopher for some firm. What's your choice?
Well, being a gopher isn't as bad as eating moles. And I guess you gotta start somewhere. Can't make money if you don't work.
If I wanted to work, I wouldn't be a lawyer.
You've been drinking.
Shut up and hit me again and I'll tell you the news.
Now you're talking stupid. I mean, one more and you won't even be able to speak the gibberish you're talking now. You know, sometimes I don't understand a word you're saying, much less what you mean. Do you?
Hey, Dick, shut up and listen, and I'll make you rich and famous and popular with all the pussycats.
See, there you go again.
Hey, let's have another one.
Oh, you've got just 2 minutes to make, okay? Hey, bartender, bring us 2 more, please.
I think you two cats have had enough. It appears you're seeing things that aren't there.
Oh, come on. 2 more and then you can cut us off, okay? All right, speak.
Sue.
You're drunk.
Yeah. Listen, you know as well as I do, one way to make money in this noble profession in big chunks. Sue.
Sue?
Yeah, sue for malpractice, sue for failure to fulfill a contract, failure to yield, or discrimination.
You've got just 1 more minute to make even a little bit of sense.
Hey, listen. Let's get ourselves a pigeon. No, I take that back. Let's get a client and go after a pigeon. We do this right and we can make ourselves a couple of cool million. Oh, we have to work it first. But from there on, it's easy street. Cats who've been dealt a bad pawn life will flock to us. Oh, we'll do 1 case every couple of years. Just take the good ones. Let the, what's that guy who wrote 1984, Orwell, Big Brother and all that? What did he call those guys who work for a living? Yeah, you know what I mean. Let them do all the work while we live life.
You've got 15 seconds.
Let's get D-I-S-A-B-L-E-D. Yeah, disabled cat, a Tom with a physical problem, and have him apply for a job that he can't do. And when he gets turned down, we'll sue and we get half. How's that for a 2-minute mile?
You're drunk.
No shit. What was it Orwell called those guys who worked for a living? Drones?
No, them's bees.
Hey, Dick, what do you have on tap?
My name's not Dick, it's Spot.
Okay, Spot. What do you have on tap?
Red Dog, Dogweiser Light, and Puffs Blue Ribbon.
Don't you have any premium beers?
What do you mean, don't I have any premium beers? Those are all doggone good beers. Oh, that was a doggone good one.
What kind of dog was your mother? An upsetter or a disappointer?
Don't pay any attention to him, Spot. Bring us 2 kitty beers. Will you take it easy? This is the last bar in town that will still serve you.
I hate serving cats.
Okay, Looney, what do you want to talk about?
You know what that idiot did?
Spot?
No, Phil. He threw me out of the game room while he and Roger were playing pool.
Well, maybe they were afraid they'd step on you.
No, I was on the table.
What were you doing on the table?
Taking my turn.
What? Taking your turn at what?
Yeah, they had already shot. As a matter of fact, the 9-ball was still rolling and would have fallen into a pocket if I wouldn't have saved it. Old Dumbo got mad and threw me out. Roger thought I was great. He's my friend. I amaze him. Sometimes he plays fetch with me. Actually, I do most of the work and all of the thinking. All he does is throw this little fake mouse. I have to find it and return it. Not easy, because he has a lousy throwing arm. And sometimes it goes under the couch or behind the scratching post. You know, that brings up another subject that really ticks me off. Why can't I scratch on the couch? Why do I have to use the ugly old scratching tool? When I get a place of my own, I'll scratch anywhere I want.
Looney, what did you want? I've got to get back to work.
See, I told you. You had to take that gopher job. Now they got you working at night. Well, you don't see me going back to the office, do you?
You don't have an office. You don't even have a job.
Well, I've got something that you haven't. Well, at least I'm willing to share it with you. I'm going to have a client.
Congratulations. You're finally going to earn some honest money.
Nah, he's a bum. Doesn't have a job, doesn't have any money. The perfect client for us, don't you remember?
Oh, yes. The old pigeon is a client routine there.
Yep. Poor. No job. Can't get one. Disabled. Get it? Disabled and can't get a job. Isn't that great?
Does this miracle non-worker have a name?
Actually, I don't know who it is yet. But I've got it narrowed down to Gizmo or George. Gizmo is meeting me here today, George tomorrow. After I've talked to both of them, I'll make my decision.
You're going to meet him here in a bar?
They're handicapped. They don't know any difference.
Looney, why don't you go back to playing pool? You'd be much more professional at that. And you'd probably make more money anyway.
How did you know?
How'd I know what?
I've been going to the pool hall and practicing. I'm getting good.
How do you get in? The doors are closed.
I go to the pool hall downtown.
You don't have any money.
I know. I sneak in the back door and play in the back tables.
They'll catch you.
Nah, I only weigh 8 pounds. The house man spends his time watching TV. He doesn't even know I'm there. Wait till I challenge Roger to a game of 8-ball. Won't he be surprised?
Hi, I'm Gizmo. Are you two junk cats named Looney?
No, Looney left and said that if you came in to forget it, he didn't have anything for you.
Oh. Thank you, sir, but did he say that I should get back with him?
No, he just said forget it.
Oh. Thank you, sir. Sorry to have bothered you. Hey, have a good day. Are you sure Looney didn't have anything for me? He said he sent me a note saying he'd give me a job.
I'm sure. You must have made a mistake. Goodbye.
Well, if you see Looney, tell him I'll get back with him, will you?
I'll do that.
Okay, thank you, sir.
What's the matter with you, Looney? That tongue was sharp.
Yeah, I know. I don't need a cat like that. Even a dog company would hire him. I'll take my chances on George tomorrow.
By the way, he said he'd see you later.
I know. I heard him.
Now you're gonna leave him hanging after he took the time to
Are
come.
you Mr. D?
My name is Looney.
Is your first name Lou?
No, I'm a cat. I only have one name, Looney.
Me too, I'm George. Who's he?
Oh, nice to meet you, George. Excuse me, this is Elvis. He's a cat, too.
We're everywhere, aren't we? You sure have a swell office, Mr. D.
Thank you, George.
You're welcome.
George, weren't you supposed to meet me here tomorrow?
Yeah, but I didn't have anything to do, so I thought I would wait for you.
Oh, well, I guess I could interview you now.
That's okay, I could wait around. I'm kind of sleepy anyway.
George,
Yes, Mr. D?
you can just call me Looney. George, when's the last time you had a job?
Last week.
You had a job last week?
Yeah,
What was your job last week?
I was a disposer.
A what?
A disposer. I disposed of a mouse.
Oh, you catch mice.
No, it was dead. I disposed of it. I ate it.
Okay. Have you had any other jobs lately?
No, I am a world-class cat.
Oh, that's meaningful.
Thank you.
You're welcome, George.
Every time I get inside someplace, she says I should be outside in the world. She says I am a world-class cat. And I say thank you, and she says, you're welcome, like you do.
Who is this that sends you outside? Is it a dog, a cat, or a person?
Oh, multiple choice. I love multiple choice. Sometimes they add none of the above. Let's see. A cat.
A cat.
Yeah, Sue.
Sue?
Sue? I think I have to get back to work. It's nice to meet you, George.
Me too, Mr. Miss.
Let me ask you a few questions.
Oh, good. I just love multiple choice.
Have you ever worked at a regular job? Okay. Have you ever worked at a regular job, a part-time job, or something you got paid for?
You forgot none of the above.
Or none of the above?
None of the above. I just love multiple choice.
Have you ever applied for a job, been turned down for a job, received an offer, or none of the above?
Could you repeat the question, please?
All right, let's see. Have you ever applied for a job? Have you ever been turned down for a job? Have you ever received an offer for a job? Or none of the above?
I knew it. The first time you forgot to say job after received an offer. Let me think. None of the above. That's my favorite answer. I just love this.
George, would you like to have a job and get paid? Okay. Would you like to have a job where you get paid, get meals, get vet care, or all of the above?
You changed the end. Is this a trick question? I don't like your questions. If it is, I might just bust your head.
No, George, no. This is a real question. Multiple choice, just like you like them.
All of the above. Did I get that one right, Mr. D?
You did good, George. You'll do just fine. We'll get you paid, get meals, get you vet care, and all of the above.
When I get all of the above, will I still be able to get dead mice from Sue?
Yes, George, you'll be able to do what you want to do. Tell me about Sue.
Oh, she's just a cat.
How do you know her? What does she do?
Well, I don't know. She just came around one day. She's real nice to me. Not like other pussycats I know. They think I'm dumb and they laugh at me. Sue doesn't laugh at me. She says I am smarter than other cats, just in a different way. She says some cats are smart, but they have no common sense. She says I am smarter than those cats who think they are so smart. Do you think so?
There are some that might agree with you, George.
Sue gave me a job. I never had a real job before. She paid me to dispose of a mouse. I'm going to keep the money she gave me and never spend it. But I ain't the mouse.
Spend it, George. That's what money's for.
Oh no, Mr. D, I could never do that. That was the first time anyone ever gave me a job. Sue says I could have a regular job someday as long as I keep doing what she tells me. I think you and Sue are the nicest people I ever met in the entire world. You both tried to help me get a job. But I wonder if there'll be anyone that'll hire me where I get a regular job. That would be wonderful. I would like Mom to know that. When she kicked me out, she said I would probably never amount to anything and would end up as an alley cat. She was trying, but she still kicked me out. She said all animals have to kick their young out someday, and it was my time.
Where do you live, George?
Nowhere special. I told Sue I'd like to have a special place of my own someday, maybe even inside where it's warm. She said maybe someday, but until then I will be a world-class cat and may sleep anywhere. I told Sue I don't want to be a world-class cat. She said she understood. She said as long as I do what she tells me to do, someday I will have a job and I will have a place of my own, inside where it's warm and dry. But mostly I just want a job. Then maybe the other cats won't laugh at me anymore. You really think I could get a job?
All I can say is that we will apply for a job for you very soon.
That's nice of you.
Yes. George,
Yes, Mr. D?
meet me here tomorrow, will you?
Okay. Mr. D, is this what lawyers do for a living? Help cats like me?
Well, that's what we're going to do for you, George.
Sue says lawyers are more closely related to dogs than to cats like us. How come you are a lawyer, but you don't act like a dog?
Because I am a cat, George.
Sue says you're going to take advantage of me. You're not going to do that, are you? You won't run me up a tree and leave me there. Will you, Mr. D?
No, George. We're just going to help you get what you deserve out of life.
All right. Mr. D, who's we? Is that Mr. Viss and you? You and someone else? Me and you? Or none of the above?
You and me, George. You and me.
I don't know many cats as nice as you are. I'm glad I met you.
Thank you. You can go now. We'll meet here tomorrow.
Well, I know. I'll just wait here. I sleep most of the time, but I feel real warm here in your office. This is the best place I've been in a long time. Good night, Mr. D. Wait till I tell Sue about you. She will not believe that you are so nice. I think you're the nicest cat I ever met, even if you are a lawyer.
Thank you, George. Good night. Damn. Damn you, George.
You know, I've been worried about you lately. You seem so preoccupied.
This is a tough case, Elvis.
See, you're different. You never call me Elvis.
Sure I do. That's your name, isn't it?
I know my name. I sometimes wonder if you do.
This is my first case, and it's kind of important.
Important to whom?
To me, who else?
Well, I thought it might have been important to George, too.
Oh, yeah, him too.
What's the matter, Looney?
Nothing.
I know what's the matter. You two have been in here for 5 minutes and you haven't ordered your kitty beer yet.
Give us
That's a
two.
new record.
Give us two.
And bring me the bill, will you, Spot?
Hey, where did you get the money? And why are you being so nice to Spot?
What's your problem? If it'll make you happy, I'll put some claw marks in his nose when he comes back.
No, I was just wondering. The money, Looney. Where'd you get the money?
Boy, you're sure nosy tonight. I needed some spending money, so I did a contract job on it for a guy in his moles. Don't get the idea that I'm going to do this for a living, because I'm not.
So how many did you catch, Looney?
Just one young couple.
Couple?
Yeah, you know, a husband and wife, maybe brother and sister.
Well, what did you do with them?
I ate them, what else?
Well, I thought you might have given them to George. You know he doesn't get enough to eat.
No, I ate them.
Nice guy.
Screw you.
What's your problem, honey?
Animals are so strange. Sometimes they act just like people.
Yeah.
I think that Mutt's going to offer George a job. He's unemployable. He doesn't have enough smarts to work for anybody. Why would a dog company want to hire a Tom who doesn't have enough sense to know he's retarded? And George is all excited about it. Nobody ever came close to thinking he had any value at all, especially not a company like that. And they may just hire him.
Do what? What's the company do?
They design, build, and sell the top-of-the-line jeweled collars in the country. Their dog and cat collars are loaded with diamonds and rubies and emeralds and stuff like you've never seen. And they're thinking of hiring George.
Well, they are a successful company. They must know what they're doing.
Look what that does to my suit.
Oh, yeah. So when do you find out?
That's where he is right now. He's going to meet me here later.
So that's why you're so uptight.
What am I going to do?
What do you mean, what are you going to do? Go out and find another pigeon.
What if I find another one just like George? He doesn't want money. He wants a job. What's the matter with these cats with disabilities? Don't they know anything about lives?
What do you know about lives, Looney?
More than you, I know that money is the most important part of it. George, come on in.
They didn't give it to me.
Good, George. Let's talk about it. Come on in.
No, I don't want anything to do with them. Or with you. Goodbye.
Come back, George. What's his charge for a saucer of milk?
For your friend George, last night.
That dummy didn't cop a saucer of milk from me, did he?
What did you say? What kind of cat are you anyway? Don't you care about anybody? You lousy feline. I gave him the milk. I'm a dog. And I still knew he needed something. And I knew that he wouldn't ask for it. And I know that you don't care. Here, give me that bill. I'll pay for it myself. I don't need your business. Get out of my sight. Scat!
You had to do it, didn't you, Looney? Why are you so uptight? Why don't you go out and get your case ready? That's what you want, isn't it?
What I'm getting ready is to bust your head.
This case has got you. You don't even understand what you're doing to them cats, or to yourself. Why don't you back out now? Let George be.
I'm not backing out of anything. You'll see when I go to trial and win my cool $500,000.
Yeah.
George will do just what I tell him to do. You'll see. I'll have money to do anything I want. I'll win this case without you. And when I'm rich, I'll get one of those $75 female kittens and live in sin while you're down at the office at night doing the right thing. My lives never gave me anything. Why should I give them anything? And I don't owe you anything either. And I certainly don't owe George. He owes me.
George owes you what? I asked you a question. George owes you what?
Who are you?
Sue.
Sue who?
Just Sue. Like you said, Mooney, cats have only one name. Now, what's this wonderful thing that you've done for George that he owes you for?
Great. Just what I need now, a social worker.
All right, Mooney. I asked you a question. George owes you for what?
I'm going to get him set up for life. Plenty of money and no worries.
That's not what he wants. That's what you're going to do for yourself, you four-legged Siamese shyster. You don't care about George. Just what is it he owes you for? You took his self-confidence away just when he was starting to realize he had some worth. And now you want to prove to him that he can't do a job and that nobody wants him?
I'm going to get him enough money so he can have something better to eat than those dead mice you give him.
He earned those mice by being an honest disposer. That was the first job he had in his life, and the first meal he had in a week. He was proud of himself for having earned something. It gave him integrity. You wouldn't know anything about integrity. All you want to do is take somebody else's money that they earned. You blue-eyed, marble-brained, fake feline lawyer. Go pee up the rope.
Yeah, go be up a rope, you blue-eyed, marble-brained, fake feline lawyer.
What does T and PCS stand for?
Tom and Pussycat Services. Make yourself comfortable. Let me restate that. Have a seat, will you?
Excuse me.
Are you really a lawyer?
Yes, I graduated and passed the bar exam.
How did you ever make it into the legal profession? You have no regard for what others want. You don't know anything about conducting business, and you don't appear to know anything about how to relate to other cats. And you don't appear to know anything about legal ethics either. Don't they still teach that in law school?
I did not come here to be insulted.
Why are you here? You wanted to meet me. What do you want?
I came here to do what's best in this case.
Best for whom?
My client.
You have no client.
What do you mean I have no client?
If you're talking about George, he doesn't want you to represent him.
What are you talking about?
I understand that the last were that he didn't want anything to do with you.
What did you do, lay on my client and get him to change for your purposes?
You don't listen to anybody, do you?
I listen, but I make my own decisions.
Where do you get off thinking you can make decisions for your client?
It's my job,
What's your job?
doing what's good for him and what's good for me. Isn't that what business is all about? Where client and attorney both come out better than they were before?
What about the ethics?
What do you mean, what about the ethics? I think it's perfectly ethical that we both gain.
Aren't you forgetting about somebody else?
Who?
Precious Stone Collar Company?
Oh, no, I remember them. They are going to furnish the money for George and me.
Why should the owners of a perfectly legitimate company, who have done nothing wrong, have to pay out money simply to make two cats rich? Do you think that is ethical?
That's my job. I'm a lawyer.
Where were you when they taught ethical behavior?
I didn't attend those classes.
Didn't attend them. How did you pass the test without going to the classes? Oh, I remember now. You cheated, didn't you? You cheated your way through law school. The only thing you learned how to do was file a suit.
I did not come here to be insulted.
Okay. Why are you here?
I came to do the best thing for George.
Don't you think of anything other than what you want? George doesn't want anything to do with you. And you don't know what he does want.
Yes, I do. He wants a job. I know that. That's why I'm listening to you, to help him get a job.
How did you know that? I'm impressed. Do you mean that?
Yes. You helped him get his first job. You helped him develop some self-confidence. And you let me know that I was screwing up all the good you did for him. I really want to help him. I want to help him get the job he was turning down for.
How do you propose to do that?
Well, we go to court and agree to withdraw the suit if they will give George a job.
Oh, so now you're going to get what you want by blackmail. What do you think George is going to think about that? Instead of getting money in one lump sum by suing them, he will get a paycheck and be reminded every week that they really don't want him. Where did you get your training?
I learned from real life.
Where's that?
Where you've never been. In the alleys.
What do you mean, where I've never been? I've been there.
You never had it as tough as I did growing up as an alley cat.
I thought you were bought for $100.
Where did you hear that?
Spot told everything you ever said in the bar.
Spot?
Yeah, you've got a big mouth, remember? You're $100 cat.
I wasn't bought. I was thrown out in the street as a kid. That's where I learned about other cats, how to conduct business, and real life ethics in the alley.
Looney, you told the truth. This is the first time I've had any respect at all for you. And it's not enough to get excited about.
And no one ever showed any respect for me my whole life. I have a difficult time. I want to change, but I don't know how.
Why do you want to change, Looney?
George.
George.
George. George reminds me of me. No one ever believed in me before. When he said to me he never met anybody as nice as I was to him, all I could think was, damn you, George, for making me feel so miserable. I don't know the right way to do things. I don't even understand my own feelings, except that I don't feel good about myself. What can I do? That's why I'm here, to make it up to George.
Well, that might be difficult. I know they wanted to hire George, but they changed their mind.
Well, what made them change your mind?
You did, Looney.
What do you mean I did?
You opened your big mouth in front of Spot. You treated him like a dog. So he got even with you by telling them at Precious Stone known what you were going to do. With his testimony, they'll throw you back in the alley, maybe get you disbarred, which you probably should be anyway.
Okay, know-it-all. You know everything about everything, don't you? I tried to tell you how I was going to straighten this all out, and you just tell me everything I do is wrong. But what makes you so perfect?
I'm not perfect. Here I was, trying to help straighten you out, and all I accomplished was I got you feeling sorry for yourself. I don't know everything about everything, but I sure would like to know how to help you.
Help me what?
Achieve all you are capable of being.
What are you talking about?
Perhaps I am crazy, but I would like to help you.
Why would you want to help me? Am I one of the disabled cats you are paid to help?
No, that's not it. To tell you the truth, I don't know why. I've asked myself that question a few times. But first, you have to do one thing.
What?
You have to apologize to George.
I don't want to do that.
You just said you want to make it up to him. And now you're going to back out because you're ashamed to face up to what you've done.
You mean face up to who I am, don't you?
Oh, so that's it. Poor Looney. Well, it's not who you are, that's the problem. It's all the things that you've done. All the things that you've done wrong.
Yes, ma'am.
Just call me Sue. Cats don't go by ma'am.
Yes, Sue. Go screw yourself, Sue.
Oh, Looney, just a minute. I'd like you to meet my assistant.
Hi, Louie. Nice to see you again. Damn.
Court is now in session, presided over by Judge Jenny. Everyone stand on hind legs, please. Four-legged district court is now in session. First case to be heard is the suit for damages filed by the cat, George, claiming job discrimination against Precious Stone Collar Company. Be seated.
Plaintiff, state your case.
Your Honor, my client George wishes to withdraw the suit.
What is he?
You what?
We wish to withdraw the suit, Your Honor.
Just what are you trying to pull? Are you the attorney for the plaintiff?
Yes, Your Honor, I am.
Then just what are you trying to pull? Have you brought this court into session so black on precious stone into settling with your client?
Oh, no, Your Honor.
Then just what are you trying to do?
My client does not wish to sue Precious Stone. He feels they treated him fairly.
Just what are you trying to do? Who are you? Are you George?
Yes, ma'am. I'm a world-class cat.
Just answer the questions, will you?
Oh, good. I like questions. Do you do multiple choice?
It's been a while, George. Now, just answer the questions or be seated, please. What are you doing?
People usually give 4 choices.
I'll give you 2 choices. Either straighten up, or I'm going to find you in contempt of court. Either that, or I will go slowly mad.
That's 3, ma'am.
3 what?
3 choices. I straighten up, you find me in contempt, or you go slowly mad. I know how to do this. I am an expert at multiple choice. Sue says I am smarter than other cats, just in a different way.
Mr. Goopy, I will grant your request. The suit against Precious Stone Collar Company by George is hereby dismissed.
Order! Order!
Thank you, Your Honor. And my name is Looney.
What's loony?
I'm Looney, Your Honor.
I agree. In fact, we get everyone in this court, Goofy, Looney, Kitty Kitty, or whoever you are.
You got it right, ma'am. That's 4 choices.
I would like everyone in this courtroom to remain for a moment while you make a public apology to them for your actions. Then I want you to get out of here, and I never want to see you again.
I understand, Your Honor, but can't I do that in private? Do I have to do that
No.
here?
Do it here and now,
Okay, I understand.
or I'm going to throw you in jail. Do it.
There is no excuse for what I've done. I apologize to you at Precious Stone Collar Company for tarnishing your reputation. I apologize to the members of the court for wasting your time. I apologize to my friend Elvis for letting you down. And my apologies to you, Sue. I could not understand what an intelligent cat like you would do wasting your time with George. I deserve the things you said to me. Thank you for helping me before I drowned in my own ignorance, for showing me that the ignorance is what I did rather than what I am. And most of all, I apologize to you, George, for not representing you. You were my pigeon, my path to riches without working. I tried to use the system to pad my own pockets with no regard to those I hurt. You so impressed me with the idea that it's better to work for a living than to have it handed to you. I've never met anybody like you before, and I hope I can become more like you.
That is the first sane, reasonable statement that has been uttered in this courtroom today. Mr. Looney, practice law in the same manner as you exposed your inner self in that apology, and you will be a great lawyer. And if you don't, you better watch out, because I'll be after you, and you will never practice law in any manner.
Thank you, Your Honor. May I say a few words to the representative from Precious Stone Company?
You may say anything in them you wish when this court is no longer in session. I am getting out of here.
Four-legged court is now closed. Please stand on 2 legs until the judge exits.
I understand that your company was ready to offer George a job. I also understand that my actions caused you to withdraw that offer. I want you to know that my association with George has led me to change my life. His honesty and integrity inspired me to do so. I feel he would be a valuable asset to your company, and I hope that you will reconsider his application. Again, I apologize to you and to your company. Thank you.
So, where's your pal Looney? I haven't seen him since that trial.
Nah, probably working. I'm here to meet somebody else.
He's really working? Real work?
I guess. Haven't seen him since the trial date. Heard he took a job with a law firm upstate. Went back to school.
Doorknob school.
No, he went back to law school. Took a few classes at night.
He already graduated, didn't he?
Yes,
but he went back to take some classes that he didn't take the first time around.
Like ethics, huh?
Like ethics, yeah.
Good. I probably shouldn't say that since he's a buddy of yours. He was kind of an asshole, though. I probably shouldn't say that either.
That's a pretty good appraisal, but who knows? Maybe you'll like him better when he's finished.
Are you kidding? I'm just getting used to you. I still get this urge every once in a while to chase cats around the bar, but I won't. It's a primitive thing that comes upon me every now and then, but I control it pretty much most of the time.
Spot, I'm meeting Judge Jenny and a cat named Sue here. Don't chase her, okay?
Oh no, I know Sue. I've seen her in action. I want to stay on her good side.
Spot, why do you want to stay on the good side of me?
Ma'am, hello ma'am, it's good to see you, ma'am.
Spot, cats don't go by ma'am. Just call me Sue.
Yes, ma'am. I mean Sue. What can I get you?
I'll have a tiger beer.
I thought you might.
What did you say?
I said, that's all right. I'll bring it right out.
Spot, will you settle down? I don't always act the way I did the last time you saw me. I'm really quite a gentle cat. In fact, I seem to remember you got carried away yourself, throwing things the last time I saw you in action.
Yeah, we got him pretty good, didn't we? What was it you called him? A blue-eyed, marble-brained, fake feline lawyer?
Yeah, he was too. Typical lovable Siamese.
Have you seen him lately?
I've been tied up at TMPCS regularly for the last 6 months. I help cats cope with disabilities.
I know. Hey, if you need any help with that, maybe you could hire Looney. That's what he was doing when you met him.
Bad joke.
Okay, tell me.
I'm so worried. Looney has disappeared.
Oh, he just went back to school at Purdue.
He was. He's disappeared. For 2 weeks now, he's been gone. Nobody knows what's happened to him. I'm so worried. He's all alone, away from those who love him.
That's you, isn't it?
Yes.
You know, the first time I met you, I heard Looney say, "Just what I need, a social worker." Quite prophetic. He did. You know, at the same time, I thought to myself, Sue, you'd like him when you get to know him. How did you two cats get to know each other? You two never passed a civil word between you. Does he know how you feel?
No. But he feels the same way about me.
No. How do you know?
I just know. He needs me, and now I need him, and he's gone.
You realize this makes absolutely no sense at all, don't you?
Well, love is an emotion. It's not supposed to make sense.
Okay. I tell you what. I'll go up and find him. He's probably just getting ready for the next semester at school.
No, he's not. He's gone. Nobody knows where.
Nobody? How do you know?
I'm with Social Services, remember? I had them check it for Purdue. He quit school. He quit his job. He left, but his stuff is still where he lived. He's just disappeared for 2 weeks now. I'm so worried. I should have been there when he needed me.
Oh, come on. It'll be okay. I'll tell you what. I'll go up there and see what I can find out. And then I'll bring him back and you can make everything fine.
How can you be sure?
You just don't worry. I'll tell you as soon as I find him.
Oh, thank you, Elvis. You are such a friend. I've been scared to find out myself. He took such a beating from Judge Jenny.
And he deserved it too. You know, I think she was really rather fair with him. She could have thrown the book at him rather than just lecturing him.
I told you she was meeting us here, didn't I?
Yes, I've been watching for her.
Fresh litter. We don't get many lady cats in here.
It's no wonder the animals you let come in here. Oh, Your Honor, thank you for coming.
You're welcome, but it's probably best you not call me Your Honor in here. I tend to get a little dishonorable in places like this.
Ma'am?
Have we sniffed each other before? Have you been in my court? You haven't been in some sort of trouble, have you?
No, ma'am. I testified in a suit some 6 months ago. I occasionally get into trouble, but not bad enough to go to court.
Well, good. Let's keep it that way. I'd hate to have to throw you in jail. You're too cute.
Yes, Your Honor. I'll be good, Your Honor.
I don't mean for you to be good all the time. Then quit calling me Your Honor. When I'm working, I'm Judge and Your Honor and Ma'am and I mean, but here I'm just plain Jenny. Actually, I'm not plain, but you can call me Jenny. What's your name?
Spot. What'll you have, Jenny?
Spot.
Yes, Spot.
Oh, you have a tiger beer. You never had one. I'll bring me one of those. Spot. Spot, that's sure different. Cute, though. I'd like to give him a life sentence. Sorry, I mean the kind of life sentence where I'd serve it with him. He is cute.
Spot? I never thought of him that way.
Who are you?
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you knew each other. This is Elvis. He's an apprentice with the firm of Figaro, Tigger, Angel, Pretty Boy, Tom, Sleepy, and Lurch.
Oh, lawyer. Sorry I asked.
Jenny, the reason I asked you here is to discuss a case heard in your court about 6 months ago.
I do not discuss litigation outside of the courtroom. What do you want to know?
Well, do you remember the attorney for the plaintiff in the suit, George versus Precious Stone Collar Company?
Don't do this to me. I've had a pretty tough day, and I don't want it to deteriorate any further.
No, I understand your feelings, but would you hear me out, please?
All right, but take it easy on me. That was a painful experience.
I will. In fact, I think this could be a pretty good experience for you.
Good. What I could really use is a cleansing experience.
Do you remember the attorney for the plaintiff?
As much as I try not to, I occasionally do. Oh, what was his name? Goofy?
No, Looney.
Oh, now I remember. What a shyster. Not right. It was just a scam, wasn't it? What do you want to know?
Looney was in pretty bad shape when he left your court that day.
He was in pretty bad shape when he entered the court. But as I remember, he did sort of turn himself around right there at the end.
You know, I've known Looney for a few years, and he really is a rather nice cat. But, you know, we haven't seen him since he left your court that day. We heard he went back to school to study his ethics, but then he disappeared. You know, Looney is a rather highly intelligent and pretty nice cat, and Sue and I thought he was worth saving. But, you know, he just got bad when he was homeless as a kitten. He just got into the wrong crowd.
What do you expect? He went to law school. Sorry, I'm just kidding. What do you want me to do?
Well, we would like to find him and get him back here where we can let him know that we love him.
Love him?
Yes, I do.
And I do too.
Well, what do you expect me to do? I don't love him. In fact, I don't think I even want to be around him. Now, Spot, that would be a different story.
In fact, I would like to go and find him and bring him back, and Sue and I would like to build up his confidence. Tell him that deep down inside, he is a rather fine feline.
It sure must be deep. But if it's worth it to you, then go ahead. Do we know where this cat and his hidden assets are located?
Well, we heard he was at Purdue, but then he disappeared. I'm going to go up there and see what I can find out, and then I'll bring him back. But I don't think I'll tell him who's in on it. I don't think he'd come if he knew that Spot and Sue and Judge Jenny were in on it.
I don't think I should be involved in this. I mean, what would you expect me to do at this meeting? You're all cats, and I'm a dog, and not a very popular one at that, especially with him. I mean, even have been the one who chased him off the cliff, if that's what happened to him.
Precisely why we need you here. You know, Looney probably still has nightmares of you. But that's good, because you helped him change. Now, we could sure use your help one more time.
No, I don't think so.
Jenny, we could meet here at Spot's place. We're all cats, and Spot would be the only dog present. If you could be here close to Spot, keep him company, he wouldn't be so all alone. He'd probably appreciate having you close to him.
Okay, all right, I'll do it. Just let me know when. I'll do so in the interest of closing the abyss that exists between cats and dogs. In the meantime, I should probably get down here a few times to better get to know Spot, just so it looks more natural to Looney.
Yes, that would be great.
Great, then I'll set it up. I'll let you know just as soon as I find him. Oh, I got an idea, let's make it a party. That would be more appealing to Looney.
It appeals to me too. Now, if you excuse me, I'll be back. Either I'm in love or I have to go to the bathroom. Spot, no newspaper in there for me, but I do have to compliment you on your nice clean litter box. I sniffed it. Great smelling litter. Did you choose that yourself?
Yes, I did. I run this bar all by myself. I'm a bachelor, you know.
Oh.
Thank you, Elvis. You don't know how much I appreciate this.
Oh, I think I do. You know, I miss him too. I'll tell you just as soon as I find your Goofy.
Looney.
You really are hooked, aren't you?
Somewhat. Not to change the subject, but what should we do about Jenny?
What do you mean? I think she's doing okay.
Shouldn't we at least tell her goodbye?
Nah, I don't even think she'd know who we were.
Yeah. I guess it was both.
Both?
Both. She had to go to the bathroom and she's in love. Both. Hey, Looney's coming. He doesn't suspect anything, does he?
Nope. I just told him that there's going to be a few friends here. Well, doesn't know who.
What do you think about him?
He's different. Is that your influence?
No, I still haven't seen him. That's your job.
You haven't talked to him at all?
Just on the phone a couple of times.
Couple of times.
Well, a couple of times a day for the last couple of weeks.
And what do you think?
Well, like you said, he's a different cat.
I think he's the same cat. I think you may have just brought out the real Looney.
No, I can't take the credit. He said he made his decisions before he ever got into court that day. Do you know all he's been through the last 7 months?
Sure do. Boy, I had a heck of a time trying to find him. First thing I did was ask him, where the heck have you been? He didn't think anybody had cared about him. I was really surprised when I heard that he had went to Pittsburgh to study four-legged relationships. Took a course in how to win felines and influence dogs under Airedale Carnegie himself.
That training school is amazing. It started out as an obedience school. You remember Gizmo, don't you?
Sure do. He'd be hard to forget.
Well, we sent him to Pittsburgh for training when we hired him. He thought his problem was that he'd lost the use of his leg. Found out the leg wasn't his problem. He had just not accepted the fact that he would always have to use crutches. Once he accepted that, the real Gizmo came shining through. I think it's the same with Looney. The real Looney is starting to shine through. You know, it may be a good thing he spent all those years in the alley. His disability was that he could never accept that. He is Siamese, but he was an alley cat. But because of that disability,
I think he should better be able to relate to disabled cats.
Then you're gonna hire him, huh?
Yep, we're gonna work together as a team, but don't mention it. He doesn't know yet.
You mean we will never again be graced by the presence of that blue-eyed, marble-brained, fake feline lawyer?
Did I hear someone mention my name?
Who?
Spot, maybe you should sit in on the Airedale Carnegie class. Oh, hello. I wanted you to know you had some friends.
I hope he doesn't expect me to give him a hug.
You think you're going to get a hug after what you just called me?
Oh, that's somebody else that used to come in here. I understand he's gone.
I hope so. Doesn't sound like anyone I'd want to be around, especially if someone started throwing glasses.
You're lucky we weren't at a bowling alley.
I'll buy that.
Hey, you're buying? Hey, Dick, bring us 2 more.
I hate serving cats. Put it on your tab, Tabby.
Well, what's the occasion?
I wanted you to know that you've got some friends.
I consider myself lucky to have 3 good friends like you.
Only 3?
Looney's gone, and he said that if you came in, that he didn't have anything for you and to forget it.
I'll never forget it.
Neither will I. Gizmo has been my inspiration these past few months. He was my chew boost. First, he would call me up and chew me up. Then he'd call me and boost me up, then chew me up, then boost me up. He's good. He was my only contact with civilization. Kept me in touch with reality. But I think he learned how to do that from her.
You're right, but she never took to me like she did to you.
Oh, Gizmo, that's just because he's Siamese. He's so cute.
It's so different.
I admit I'm cute, and I admit I'm different. But since I met you 2 cats, I've discovered that we are all brothers and sisters, even including bartenders who hate serving cats.
Huh, trying to get a free drink?
No, just a group rate. Better check everybody and put it on my tab.
Hey, where did you get the money? Did you knock off another family of moles?
Spot,
Yeah?
introduce me to your guest.
Hello, Looney.
I'm so glad you're here, Judge Jenny. One of the first things I wanted to do when I finished my training was look you up and thank you for helping bring me to my senses. I have taken your advice, and I will practice law the way it should be done. I don't know how you feel about this, but I consider you to be one of my friends. Thank you.
Looney, it's not often a judge gets a chance to motivate a lawyer. Usually it's the other way around. Lawyers are constantly trying, my God!
Bartender, buy all these peasants a drink from a distinguished employee of a local business, the Precious Stone Collar Company. We, the fortunate ones who have regular jobs, are obligated to take care of the less fortunate of the back fence community. Hear, hear, my good friends, do not be carried away with my station in life. Important as I am, I will still talk to you as if we were equals. My friend Looney, who started me on the way to my current success, I thank you for my new job at Precious Stone Collar Company. I am in charge of testing new job applicants. This is not a cane, it is a number 2 pencil for doing multiple choice tests. I have graduated from world-class cat to multiple choice manager.
Thank you, George, for forgiving me.
You're welcome. I think I'll get a little rest now. Wake me in the morning. I need to find a place to live. Inside. Put it on his tab.
With pleasure.
Hey, Elvis, I've got great news to tell you. I went back to school.
I know.
No, you don't understand. I went to doorknob school.
You can't turn doorknobs. You don't have any opposing thumbs.
You haven't been around Sue long enough. She told me I could do anything I wanted to, so I went to doorknob school. And now I can open doors. Of course, with every benefit, there comes a corresponding detriment. The first door I opened was to Phil's bedroom.
Ooh, what did you do?
I jumped on the waterbed and ran around circles to my heart's content. It was so much fun. Like I said, though, with every benefit, there comes a corresponding detriment. I put a bunch of holes in it. He wasn't leaking too bad, and I pulled the quilt over so he wouldn't find out. But he did.
You had to do it, didn't you, Looney?
Yeah, but a happy ending, though. He was so proud of me that he brought over a girlfriend to show off his marvelous cat. It impressed her so that she ended up getting all wet herself. Phil was so proud of what I had done for her that he got me those.
Oh, good! Chocolate-covered bowls!
A toast to Looney.
Ah, shucks. Any cat can do the same with a proper education.
No, not because of that. Because when I offer you a job at Tom and Pussycat Services, you will accept it with the utmost humility and gratitude. You will jump at the chance to be the first full-fledged attorney to work at TMPCS helping cats cope with disabilities. You will be able to open doors for them.
I'll drink to that. Hey, with your supply of pigeons, we can really rake in the dough. We can initiate a...
Looney!
I'm sorry, I was just kidding.
Don't be sorry. I like porky cats.
Yeah, you got one.
I am sorry, Looney, but I am not one of the fortunate ones. Some of us still have to work for a living. I'm glad to have you back. I've got to be going.
Bowling tonight?
No, gophering.
Oh, Elvis, do you mind if I bum a ride with you? I'm not a lawyer, so I have to work for a living, too. Looney, I'll see enough of you anyway. Besides, it sure looks like I'm gonna be extra baggage around here.
I've got to say goodbye to Jenny and Spot.
Thank you, Sue.
You're welcome, Looney.
Sue?
Yes, Looney?
Sue.
Yes, Looney?
Sue.
The answer is yes, Looney. I know you do. And I love you too.
You know so much. Kind of scary sometimes how well you know me. That's one of the reasons I love you.
I know. And I can tell you are a good cat. That's one of the reasons I love you.
Looney, you are hereby sentenced to life.
Hey, Dick, kiss her. The play's over. Kiss her.